My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 95. In this lecture, I will continue my discussion on bivariate and multivariate calculations by using SciPy and Stats models. Just let me go to my Jupyter notebook. Just recall these are the libraries which we were discussed a lot about these libraries. Here stats is from SciPy. From SciPy import stats, and SM is an alias for stats models .api. These are the libraries on which we were working from past few lectures. I already discussed how to pre-processing this particular housing data.csv. This is a real estate domain data file. It is related to Boston real estate domain. That I discussed crime rates, ARI means crime rates, age means. These fields also we discussed. I already pre-processed this. I need not discuss again and again as I discussed in my previous lecture. Let me go directly to today's topic. Now in this class we will try to understand covariance matrix by NumPy. I already discussed covariance matrix, correlation matrix and heat map, I think in lecture number 93. Before understanding this lecture, just go through that lecture once. Why? Because this is strongly related with that particular lecture. That is, I think it's lecture number 93. Just check it out. This is house underscore data underscore selected. This particular data, I already discussed about this particular data frame. Just say this is the data frame in which I have how many column names, MEDV, value of the house, average room numbers, distance to the different employment centers, age. These are the how many columns? 1, 2, 3. There are 4 columns. I am working only on these 4 columns. Is it that is house underscore data underscore selected. Just let me say like this. If you want to know the directionality of the relationship between two variables, you will use covariances. Let's calculate covariance matrix between every pair of variables in our data set. NumPy offers a function exactly for this. This is np.cov. Just say this is my np is an alias for NumPy .cov. This is my data frame name. House underscore data underscore selected is my data frame name. For better visualization, just I am taking transpose. .t means you will get transpose of it. I discussed a lot about this transport in initial days. Just I am displaying that covariance matrix. Just observe this one. What are the column names here? Here just remember MEDV, value of the house, average room numbers, distance, age. Means what? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 rows. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 columns. This is covariance. Means covariance in between. What is my first column name? First column name is MEDV. Covariance between MEDV and MEDV is 8.58. In that manner you can understand. This is covariance. These are the covariance values in between every pair of values. Every pair of values means just refer this data frame. MEDV, RM, DIS, age, isn't it? Now let me try to understand. Let me try to understand correlation matrix. How can I find this correlation matrix? Let me say like this. NumPy also offers a function to calculate correlation that exists in your data. np.corrcoef, correlation coefficient. This is corrcoef. This I already discussed in pandas, that is in lecture number 93. This here I am calculating using NumPy, isn't it? This will give you a multi-dimensional array of correlations between every pair of variables in your data set, because column values are not available. Just see here in the output of covariance matrix also, here column values are not available. That is the biggest drawback with NumPy. Whereas if you make use pandas, column values, we have seen column values, isn't it? Here in the sense in the case of correlation matrix also, just it's displaying correlation matrix, but it's not just, it's displaying a two-dimensional array. It's not displaying column values. That's what it says. Let me repeat the same point. Let me say this will give you a multi-dimensional array of correlations between every pair of variables in your data set. Because column values are not available, this data set is much harder to understand or much harder to parse when you are using NumPy, as opposite to pandas. Whereas in pandas, column value, it's displayed column value. Just refer lecture number 93. However, you can still visualize this correlation matrix using Seaborn heat map. Anyway, this just recall this principal diagonal. Here also I have one, here also I have one, here also I have one, here one. Means every variable to itself is correlated with the correlation coefficient of 1. That interpretation also I discussed in lecture number 93. Even we discussed about heat map in lecture number 93. Again, I will repeat here as what we are saying here, column names are not available in covariance matrix and correlation matrix. However, you can still visualize this correlation matrix using a Seaborn heat map. Pass in this correlation information and specify the columns as your X tick labels and Y tick labels. I already discussed about X tick labels and Y tick labels in my previous lectures. And here is a nice heat map representation of 4 variables that we are working with. Just see that heat map. Let me explain this code first. This 12,8 I already explained many times heat map. Through that heat map, as I told you, I am passing this correlation matrix and X tick label. Just see, I am specifying X tick labels. X tick labels is house underscore data underscore selected columns. What are there are 4 columns in on X axis. You will get that 4 columns in heat map. In similar manner, Y tick labels house underscore data underscore selected dot columns. Even I am displaying same column names on Y axis, and not equal to that also I discussed. Annotations is allowed, isn't it? The plt dot show. Just let me display this particular heat map. Just you can understand. Just see, on X axis you are getting 4 ways, 1 2 3 4, isn't it? On Y axis also you are getting, let me reduce the size so that it may be more visible. Let me say like this. Just see this now. Just see this. Just see now. You can see age, distance, average room numbers, value. Here on Y axis, even in X axis you have same thing. If you observe carefully, just see, RM is RM and MEDV. Means what? Value of the house. RM means average room numbers. What is the correlation coefficient? This is 0.73. Means they are strongly correlated, isn't it? Age and distance, this is minus 0.76. They are not, they are negatively correlated. I already explained about thick colors and light colors. Just see, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. This is correlation coefficient is every variable with itself correlated with 1. What is thick color? What is dark color? What is light color? What is its importance? Already discussed in lecture number 93. Just I request you to refer that lecture number to understand these interpretations in more maybe in more better way. This is the heat map. We can see that the number of rooms in a home is positively correlated with the value of your home, isn't it? That interpretations you can always understand. That particular interpretation. Another way you can determine whether linear relationship exists between a pair of variables is to perform a regression analysis. The SNS.lm plot will plot a scatter plot of your data points and also fit a regression line. Let's plot an LM plot of number of rooms versus median value of a home. The visualization here indicates, just let me visualize this one, just let me execute this particular code. Just see this particular code. Just see, you have scatter plot as well as regression line. It's simple and straightforward. What we are doing, as I explained you, SNS.lm plot, linear model plot. On x-axis I'm taking average room numbers, y-axis value of the house, and what is your data, house underscore data, my initial data frame. It is for all variables, isn't it? plt.sal, that is plot name anyway. This is the regression line, isn't it? The visualization here indicates clear linear relationship, and Seaborn has also fit a regression line on this data. Regression analysis is useful because this regression line can then be used for predictive analytics. Given the number of rooms in a home, you can use it to predict the price of a home. If you want to perform simple linear regression using single predictor, you can do this in a very straightforward manner using SciPy. Actually, I already just see, this is SciPy. Stats is related to SciPy variable. Just refer my first. Just say that what it says. Just see stats. What we are saying here, from SciPy import stats. I am importing stats from SciPy, isn't it? That's what it says. That's what it says. Just see here what it says. Stats.lin regression. The lin regression. We are finding regression in between RM, that is average room numbers, and value of the house, of which data frame, house underscore data. This is original data frame. Now I am calculating slope and intercept and R underscore value. I will record separate lecture. Maybe I am thinking that it's not right time to discuss about this slope and what it is, slope and intercept and R underscore values. I will discuss about what is R underscore value, what is slope in my future classes. Not only this, I will also discuss about stats models. Just see, you can use SM is an alias for stat model, sm.ols, ordinary least square line. We are fitting this is another regression model. I will record a separate lecture on this SciPy and stats model, how they are useful in building, what is R value, what is R square value, what is their significant, what is the difference. I will discuss some theoretical points, then I will continue these demonstrations after few lectures. Time being, just understand covariance matrix and correlation matrix using NumPy. Even just try to understand heat map, just try to understand this regression line and scatter plot. You need not bother about this R values, R square values. We calculated here by using SciPy, and you need not bother about this what it says. This is R squared values. I already calculated, and I already calculated slope. This is my slope, and this is I calculated with the help of SciPy. This is intercept. This you need not bother about it. Even there is something like stats models. SM is alias for stat models. I already fitted regression model by using stats models. This I will record a separate, as I told you repeatedly, I will record a separate lecture. Before explaining this, first let me explain few theoretical concepts related to this R value and R square value. But it will take some time. After few lectures, I will come back to this concept. Time being, just let me proceed further. Just go through this lecture only till that regression line, heat map, and covariance matrix and correlation matrix using NumPy. Let me stop here itself. Thank you very much.